Hello, Miss and dear students. Welcome back to another class with me, your teacher, Sebastian Rodriguez. Today, we're gonna be talking about one topic that is compound, complex, and simple sentences. Today, we're gonna be discovering a part of the syntax of our English language that I don't know, maybe it will help to most of you to understand better more situations that you're gonna be facing out when you are trying to read it or write it in this language. So pay attention because today we're gonna be changing in some web pages. So I'm gonna be telling you more. So let's gonna continue with the next part. So what are we going to be doing in this class? First of all, we're gonna be doing a short warm up. Then we're gonna be exploring about the simple sentences, then the compound, and the last one is the complex sentences. So remember or take this, be very attentive with this because this is the lesson objective. So this is what you are supposed to be able to do at the end of the lesson. Okay. So it says by the end of the class, the students will be able to differentiate between simple, compound, and complex sentences, and you're gonna be able, of course, to give some examples about these sentences. So now we're gonna be moving to one web page that most of you knows because I love to work in this web page that is called Jamboard. So I'm gonna be putting the link here on the screen or the QR code so you can scan or just make click on the link and see you there. So guys, now I'm gonna be sharing my screen with you. So this is what I want you to do. First of all, let's gonna divide the group in two parts. So you can choose your partner, your classmate. Is up to you, it's your option, but I'm gonna explain you what you're gonna be doing. Here you have a test. Here you can read the Adventure of the Lost Key. So you're gonna be reading this, and I know that you don't know in at this moment you don't know, or maybe you can have a short or a small idea about what can be a simple, a complex, or a compound sentence. So I would like you, first of all, to look, to evaluate you about what pre-knowledge do you have about this. So in this part, you're gonna be adding some post-its here, and you're gonna be writing the sentences that you find that you think. For example, you can put here simple, and the part that it says da, 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 da. Okay, so you're gonna be writing, and you're gonna be putting the sentences right here. It doesn't matter the order. I'm gonna be reading what you do. So, but I want you to do it without help of the internet, guys. Please, I trust in you. So believe in you, believe in your knowledge, believe that you're able to do this, and then we're gonna be sharing your ideas and opinions. So here's page number one for the group number one, and here is page number two. So guys, this is the moment for you for work. So guys, before we start, I want you to make it clear these basic elements of a sentence. First of all, we have a subject that it could be a personal pronoun or it could be a specific name. For example, in this case, we have here Mary, and then we have the predicate that it is compounded by a verb and the rest of the sentence. In this case, plays tennis. Is this clear at this moment? Because this is gonna be getting harder and harder, but I know that you are so smart to understand this topic very quickly. Okay? So guys, this is a simple sentence. As I was explaining you, a simple sentence has one subject and one predicate. For example, let's gonna observe how can we create a simple sentence. The pronoun we went to San Juan. Went is a verb, and we have two parts. The pronoun, the simple subject, and then we have the predicate. Of course, we can find some sentences that had a compound subject and just one predicate. For example, here we have Tom and Mary, and then we have the verb and the rest of the sentence that is tennis, the complement, right? So this is for you, but this is still a simple sentence. Don't get confused with this. So, as we were talking in the last slide, we can find a sentence with a compound subject and a compound predicate. So in this case, we have Tom and Mary play tennis and swim. We have two verbs, but it's a compound predicate, and this is still a simple sentence. So guys, now that you have already clear what is a simple sentence, let's gonna move to another one, to the next one, that is the compound sentences. This is easy, but I need you to pay attention because you can confuse with a term, a concept that I'm gonna be explaining you. First of all, a compound sentence have more than one part that can stand alone. And this is the independent clause. What is an independent clause? It is a sentence that is connected to our sentence by coordinated conjunctions or conjunctive adverbs or semicolons. For example, here we have, we went to San Juan, here we have the colon, and most of us danced all the night. This is a compound sentence. The dark blue is a pronoun. The light green is a verb. The orange is like the predicate of the first sentence, and then we have the coordinated conjunction. And most of us is a compound pronoun. Then we have the verb, and then here we have, what do you think that this could be? Because this is a term, these are two words that are modifying the sentence, and you already know the name of this part of the speech. So tell me, do you have the answer? Do you know what is this? All night. Exactly, this is an adverb. Let's gonna talk about the coordinating conjunctions, because I don't know if you already know what is this, but this is so simple. These are words that help us to connect sentences to give a better idea, a better coherence about what we are talking about in a sentence. So here we have for, that means para, but, pero, and it means y, nor, no, yet, that means aún, and here, that is where is my where is already my face. There are another ones that you have in the Jamboard web page. So please, I would like you to go there and please write the sentences that come to your head, and we're gonna be sharing your opinions on what you have already write in that web page. So please, come on, it's gonna work. So guys, this is the same slide that you were watching on my presentation, and here I would like you to complete this chart, but in this case you're not gonna be putting a post-it, because I made you to do this because for me it's more pleasant to for the site, but in this part you are just gonna be adding the test. Here you can write. So I want you to see how creative you are in writing sentences, in writing compound sentences with these conjunctions, with these coordinating conjunctions. And the last one that I told you that is gonna be here, that you remember, I said it was, where is my head, where I was talking, is so. So guys, I would like you to see. So, guys, in the last slides, we were talking about the coordinating conjunctions, and now we're gonna pass away. We're gonna be moving to the conjunctive adverbs. But I have a big question for you. Subordinating conjunctions and conjunctive adverbs. What are the difference between those of them? What do you think that it could be? Because I have already an answer for you. A subordinated conjunctions, of course, there's gonna be talking about what we already know. Both of them are used to combine to put together two independent clauses. They have the same work, but we use them for different situations. A subordinated conjunctions put the emphasis in the two independent clauses, but a conjunctive adverb have another work, and it is that it shows progression in a sentence. We use a conjunctive adverb, for example, for complete or for add more information in our sentence, but not to put emphasis in the two dependent clauses. So here we have, Bob is handsome, moreover, he is rich. Moreover, is a conjunctive adverb as however, otherwise, and therefore. So now I'm gonna try you to create your own sentences with this compound sentence. So now that you're here again in this web page, now let's gonna see the sentence that we have in the last slide. Bob is handsome, moreover, he's rich. So now we're gonna be adding a new one. But this one is gonna be with that, therefore. That means por lo tanto. So it's gonna be like everyone, everyone outside is carrying an umbrella. Therefore, here we have the semicolon, then we put therefore it must be raining. So this is just an example about how can we use this conjunctive adverb. In this case, we were using therefore. You take this into account that the conjunctive adverbs you can use them for adding information or for connected one idea to another one. So in this case, we have the independent clause number one that is everyone outside is carrying an umbrella. In the other part, the second independent clause is it must be raining. And these two clauses are connected by this conjunctive adverb that is therefore. So this is what I want you to do with your classmates here in this page. Let's gonna continue with our class, but now in this moment we're gonna be discovering the complex sentences. And a complex sentence is one that has at least two parts, of course. One that can stand alone and another part that cannot. This part that cannot stand alone is most of the time connected by the sentence by a subordinating conjunction or with a comma. Here we have, for instance, since we wanted to have fun, here we have the comma, we went to San Juan yesterday. So one clause is depending to the no, to the other one. Now let's gonna discover what are those most common subordinating conjunctions. Here we have after, although, as, because, before, how, if, once, since, that is the one that we have above, then, that, though, till, until, when, where, whether, that means the same of if, and while. So, the same that we were doing in the last exercise. But in this case, I'm gonna give you some examples with even though, although, after, and until. Even though it was cold outside, they decided to go for a hike. You know how do you notice the relation between the first one because it's someone is saying it's cold outside, but even though or in case that even if that is happening, they decide to go for a hike. The next one, although it was raining, we decide to go for a walk. Although it was raining, aunque estaba lloviendo, we decide to go for a walk. Decidimos ir a una caminata. The next one, after the movie, and we went out for dinner. You see, first, if you notice, this is like for organizing the ideas because first what happened? First they went to the cinema, we can say, or to the theater to for watching a movie, and then after that they went out for dinner. And the last one, until hasta she waited patiently until the bus arrived. So imagine this situation. Look, notice how this is how the independent clauses are related because first they are saying that there were a woman that was waiting for the bus that was waiting, and then the bus arrived. Least but not less important, here we have for you some sentences that I would like you to identify. For example, the first one that is the bell rang. What do you think that it could be? a simple, a compound, or a complex sentence. I'm gonna give you a clue. Notice that I have one subject and one verb, and that's all. What do you think that it could be? Of course, it is a simple sentence. Now the rest is for you, but this is not all that I have for you today, because in the next slide, I'm gonna be showing you a short game that we are gonna be developing here just for reinforce what we have learned here in this class. So please be careful because you're gonna have a date for finish this game. That's gonna look that in the next slide. Of course, as always, because I am your teacher, here you have the QR code, and if that doesn't work, here you have the link for the web page. The web page is called Quizzes. I don't know if you have ever heard about that before, but I love this platform because they promote self-interactive games, so you can learn while you are having fun. So I don't know, it's up to you. Let's gonna discover this, and let's gonna be talking. Let's gonna talk about the date that you have for finish this activity. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna be looking of your result. Here you have again the link. If the link or the QR code doesn't work, here you have the code that you have here is this one that is 70191084 that you can go to the web page and put that code in the platform. Of course, in this part you have until the 2nd of December for doing this activity. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this class. The question that you have before about the simple sentences, the difference between these sentences were clear, disappear. I know that this is not an easy topic, but trust me, if you continue practicing, if you continue discovering, studying, and spending time for reinforcing this topic, this is gonna be more easy. This is gonna be easier for you in the future. So, guys, trust me, please believe in yourself. I trust in you. Remember, if you continue practicing, you can be better in the future. So this is all for this class. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much, teacher. I hope you have enjoyed my activities, my presentation, and the last game. Remember, this is all for you. Thank you so much.